2.5 years ago, a small Amazon company with a name that sounds like a mayonnaise-based sauce that a saucier would be whipping up in a jam-packed kitchen.
Say yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Say yes, chef. I'm so tough.
Yes, chef. I'm so tough.
Fucking yes, chef. I'm so tough.
Yes, chef. I'm so tough.
You are not tough. You are bullshit.
Aeolion, which, yes, sounds like aioli, sent me an attachable strike pack to add 2 remappable rear buttons to the back of an Xbox One controller. Yep, that's how long ago this video was shot. This is Xbox One era, not Xbox Series. I had shot my clips, and during the editing process, I was pulling my clips into the editing footage, and I got an email from the company saying, hey bud, why don't you hold off on that review? Our product's a big chunk of shit. You're gonna find that out during the testing product, and we're gonna make some revisions or changes on our end, and in the meantime, we're gonna see sales, and we're not even gonna sell this model ever. It's gonna get changed, it's revised, upgraded brother is going to be sold. Ooh. Brain shut down today, is going to be sold to the public. Fast forward to March of, wow, almost April of 24. This year's going by fast. Let me share my screen so you can see what this video is all about. You can't make this stuff up. Fast forward to 2024, and this sleazy company, Aioli over here, we're not gonna be dipping our fries in, I tell ya, is selling the exact same model that they told me was a sack of crap and they were going to revise or change. They didn't use the verbatim words sack of crap, my designation. After careful deliberation, that was my label for this product, was a sack of crap. Speaking of sacks of crap, even the most high-end, well-known strike packs on the market are huge sacks of crap in my opinion. The best strike pack I've ever used is the wireless one I tested on the channel about 2 years ago, and even that is still a strike pack. Just the words strike fear into the spines of any gamer that appreciates a quality gamepad, because you're never getting it with a strike pack. They belong right in the rubbish pile with a bunch of Cronus Zins and stock broken Xbox One controllers. A couple elites in there too with stick drift right out of the box, why don't you? So the footage you're witnessing today is a younger, slightly more handsome Kevin from 2.5 years ago. Was actually still active duty military at this time, so probably clean shaven like this. We're gonna unbox, test, and review the Aeolion Xbox paddles with memory function, currently sold on Amazon for $33. The best part of this placard is going to be this free returns.
This is your controller captain. We've reached 6,900 feet. Go ahead and start flicking the sticks and mollywopping the back paddles. You don't like back paddles? How about those rear buttons? We've tested almost 100 custom and premium controllers, and we're only at the beginning. You need a thumbstick guide or a tutorial on how to overclock your controller? Check out the controller playlist.
Bing bong.
Controller captain out.
So this disclaimer section is going to be done different than almost any other review, because this product was sent for review about 2.5 years ago. I tested it, didn't send any previews or anything to this company, but let them know, hey, I'm beginning my review now, I'm testing it. And then they emailed back and said, just don't worry about it, we're gonna revise it. That version will never see the light of day. No customers will get their nitty gritty mitts on that thing. And come to find out, that just isn't the case. And that's why this video is being made with footage from 2.5 years ago, because it is the same fucking product. Also, this is a fun little placard. As a vendor, this is something you do not want on your listing. And yeah, every once in a while that gets applied to things like hardware, like nuts and bolts, because people buy extras and then they return them. But something like this, no, sweetheart, it's just a piece of crap. Let's get to reviewing it.
Both these boxes are damaged. That one's cut, this one's cut, so hopefully yours don't come like that. All right.
Got the little twisty knobs. That ain't doing it. Alright.
Mister! Get this off of me! Mister!
Hang on, I'll be right down.
10-foot USB-C braided cable, very flexible. Actually, this might be longer than a 10-footer. It's long. She said never, unfortunately. And then you have your actual module with a T and a S, which is your left and right paddles. I think a good candidate's gonna be the Cyberpunk 2077 joint over here, which is indeed one of my favorite premium, definitely one of my favorite Xbox custom controllers. Golly. Oh, baby. A little finicky to get in the first time. You gotta use a little bit of muscle, but there she goes. She snaps right in. I don't know how to read, but I'm gonna try. I got some notes about these. I got some words to say about this here paddle design. Then you're gonna go ahead and plug the USB-C cable in like that. So it says you got this 3.5mm headphone jack on the top, which does still support chat, so you will be able to actually have a headset that supports a microphone, but there might be a slight buzzing. It does mention in the instruction manual. Now, I don't really think that's necessarily specific to this device, because the 3.5 3.5mm headphone jack that is on the bottom of PS4 and Xbox One controllers, and the series for that matter. Haven't had the issue with the PlayStation 5. You will get a slight hum or buzz in about 70% of the headphones on the market, and that is literally just because of the headphone jack module that they actually put in all these controllers. Who knows, maybe it's amplified by this. We will test that in this video. And you've got a quality warranty. Well, how long is it? Our chief goal. Well, listen up, Chief. We're gonna test this bad boy and see if it's any good or not. Yeah, let's go plug her up to the Xbox Series S and I'll show you guys how to remap this bad boy. All right, Stallions, over here in the living room, and what do we have right here? A stock controller. This strike pack that we're reviewing here today does say on the box that it has mods. However, there is zero documentation to back that up. There is zero instruction manual that goes through any mod list or how to turn mods on and off. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is just to remap the two back paddles, which I'm gonna walk you guys through right now. So remapping the paddles is pretty simple. T is going to go ahead and reset everything to default, but when you're ready to remap these two paddles, you're going to hold down S, and then you're going to hold down the face button that you want. For example, I like A or jump over here to this right paddle, but you do not hold down the rear paddle, you simply press it. So hold down the button that you want, and then tap the rear paddle that you want. Now, I will say that these two paddles feel tactile and clicky, which I like, but what I do not like is a couple of things. First of all, they are incredibly high off the back shelf. They remind me a lot of the PowerA Fusion Pro, or even the Microsoft Elite Series 1. However, those weren't nearly as offensive, but these are so far off the rear shell and at such an aggressive angle, it's just not ergonomically comfortable to hold whatsoever. I'll see you guys back in the office. Now, I really hate when I dislike a product that gets sent out for review. Unfortunately, the cons do outweigh the pros when it comes to this product. First of all, there are whole controllers in the $35 to $40 range that have paddles. Better paddles than this system here. These are intrusive and get accidentally actuated because they stick too far off of the rear shell. They also get accidentally knocked off like that because they're magnetized. However, they aren't held in there as well as something like the Elite 1 and 2. Accord. Why? 2021. It's one thing if you purchase a controller that is already wired. However, what you're doing is taking an Xbox One controller, and one only, by the way. This doesn't work with Xbox Series controllers, so that's another kind of wonky one, that it doesn't have an adapter for USB-C, so it would work with an Xbox Series controller. That's not a huge deal considering the Xbox One and Series controllers are cross-generation compatible. If you're going to be using this strictly at a PC, that's not a huge deal because you plug into the front of the tower, you're probably sitting at a desk right in front of your computer. However, if you're a casual console player, you're sitting on a couch in a living room, or maybe back in bed in your bedroom. And a 10-foot cable, that might seem like a lot, but when you start moving around and whatnot, God forbid you have kids or pets that might be walking by and might trip up on your console, it's not great. Not to mention the build quality does not feel great, and it feels like you're going to be damaging the battery tray when you slip these things on and off. I didn't find any mod support for this product whatsoever, and even if it did have it, the people that use mods are one of two things: scummy people that are trying to use it in competitive multiplayer, which is despicable, or they're just looking for the convenience that a mod pack delivers. I have reviewed some modded controllers that have a mod chip soldered on the board inside the controller. I understand the appeal of it. Instead of having to spam the trigger for a semi-automatic weapon, hold it down, boom, that thing's full auto, or you can automatically drop shot or hold breath when you're sniping. But this doesn't have any of that functionality. Speaking of the instruction brochure, there of course are some grammatical errors and some sentences that don't make any sense. Also, that 3.5mm headphone jack right there causes a nice savage buzzing. So just to wrap it all up, just to summarize here, there are controllers, whole controllers with paddles, more comfortable ergonomic paddles for around the same price as this device. Now, if this had a mod chip, this would have slightly more value, but I still wouldn't be a direct recommend for me because you're only getting two paddles that don't feel ergonomically correct. They pop off at random times, and you are forced to make a wireless controller wired. Not to mention, this doesn't work with Xbox Series controllers, only Xbox One controllers, which again are compatible with the Series, but still. If you enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers, so this information will reach in a system as well. Much like the back of the TV, I've got plugs for all of my socials down there in the description below. And your wallet will greatly thank you if you check the description because there are exclusive discounts on a ton of products, including controllers, KontrolFreeks, keyboards, mouse pads, clothes, and energy drinks. And keep in mind that you, the viewer, keep this channel running. The more stallions and stallionettes trotting around the stable, the better. So mollywop that subscribe button like it owes you money, and we'll have the same amount of fun tomorrow.